Good afternoon. I hope everybody's feeling good because I am feeling great. And in case you're wondering, you are in the kitchen with Sherwin. So let's start cooking. So last night we had a big old pot of spaghetti. And guess what we're having for lunch today? You guessed it, spaghetti. But we're not just going to have spaghetti by itself. We're going to pair that spaghetti with cornbread. And not just any old cornbread, I'm talking Mexican cornbread. That's right, I said it, Mexican cornbread. So, if anybody out there wants to see some Mexican cornbread made, sit back, relax, and stay tuned for some Mexican cornbread my way. Alright, so before we start prepping our cornbread for this oven, we got to get our oven to temp. And the temperature we're trying to achieve is 400 degrees. So as you can see, there is a black cast iron skillet inside of the oven. I want to put 4 tablespoons of your favorite stick of butter into the black cast iron skillet, and of course as the butter melts and the skillet gets hot, then we're going to add our cornbread. Alright, the cornbread mix. So first of all, we got to get that butter melted and we got to get that temperature up to 400 degrees. So whichever comes first, 400 degrees or 6 to 8 minutes expire. That's when that butter should be piping hot and ready for the cornbread mixture. So the oven is cold, so I'm going to push the grate in, make sure the cast iron skillet is secure. Now I'm going to hit bake, and for 100 degrees and click start. Now do a timer on that. I'm going to try to check back at 6 minutes to see if that butter is popping hot. Alright, so now that we've got that established, let's go ahead and get our dry ingredients, our wet ingredients, and our cheddar cheese and bacon prepared. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, now it's time to add our ingredients as we prepare our cornbread for the oven. First, we'll add our dry ingredients, then our wet ingredients, our veggies, and our cheddar cheese and bacon. Okay, now that we got our dry ingredients inside the bowl, now we're going to put our wet ingredients inside the bowl. We only have 3 ingredients. I'll start with the milk, a cup of milk, and 2 eggs, and 1/3 cup of sour cream. Alright, there we go. So, we'll take this spoon and we will stir and continue to stir our ingredients, and then once we finish stirring the dry and the wet ingredients inside, we'll put the veggies inside. So I'm gonna turn off the camera right now and continue to stir this up and get things set up for the veggies. So stay tuned. Alright, so off camera what I did was, to save us some time, I went on ahead and diced up our onions, our green bell pepper, red bell pepper, poured a cup of frozen corn in this bowl. Also poured, I think that's 1 cup of cheddar cheese. No, not just cheddar cheese, but Mexican cheddar jack cheese. And of course, 1 cup of bacon. You can use ground beef, you can use turkey, ground turkey, or ground chicken if you want. For this recipe, my Mexican cornbread, we're using bacon, all right? And also sliced up some jalapenos. Okay, so what is going into the bowl first? The onions are going into the bowl. Then the bell pepper, green in color. Then the red bell pepper. And the frozen corn. And the cheese, of course. And the bacon. And the sliced jalapenos is going to go on top of the cornbread after about maybe halfway point in the oven. All right, so what I'm trying to do now is combine all of my mixtures here: the dry, the wet, the veggies, cheddar cheese, and the bacon, of course. And we're gonna stir, make sure it's all combined well and evenly. And as you can see here, boom, look at that nice color, look like Christmas. So now what I want to do is, now that I feel confident that I got all this mixture combined well, I'm going to pour it into a hot buttered black skillet. Yes, not just any skillet, but a cast iron skillet. All right, so stay tuned. All right, so now it's time to get the skillet out of the oven now that we've reached 400. It's piping hot. You gotta be very careful. Try to keep the temp up to 400. So what I'm going to do now is put you on pause for a second. All right, now we're back. So now we want to pour the cornbread mix or batter into cast iron skillet with the 4 tablespoons of butter. There we go. All right, so now that we have our cornbread mixture in the skillet, we want to place the cornbread mixture in the oven, 400 degrees, for 25 minutes. Come back and see what we have. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so after 15 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees, what we now want to do is assemble our sliced jalapenos around the skillet, the perimeter of the skillet. This is how I assemble it. As I work my way around without getting burned, of course. And I put a few in the middle. Make it look really nice and tidy. How about that? That look good? I know it does. All right, so we're gonna slide this back in while the jalapenos and the rest of the cornbread continue to cook. And we'll be right back. Well, I think it's done. And yes, at the sound of that notification, my 25 minutes has expired. Better get 2 dish rags. Well, this skillet is going to be hot. Alright. Let's get the tray out. Got one handle, next handle. Let's give you a peek. Ah, yes, nice. Nice and brown golden. And jalapenos is not overcooked, just nice and roasted. All right, let me put this on the stove. Put the camera on pause so you can take a look. And we are back. Well, it is time for us to cut this bad boy, put it on a plate, get a little taste. So here it goes. It's been resting for quite some time. Now I think it's ready to be tested, because it sure has been tried. Tried and tested. All right, let's see what piece I want. Let's go with that one. All right. Opening gifts at Christmas. Nice. It held its position. Nice, tight, and firm. I'll take this piece right here. All right. How do you like that? Does that look nice? Yes, indeed. And it tastes good too. I wish you could taste this, but I know you can't. So I will. Here we go. My. That was bon appetit. All right.